Welcome to the next episode of the Michigan Dynasty. Your 10th ranked Michigan Wolverines go on the road to play the Spartans of Michigan State in the battle for the Paul Bunyan Governor of Michigan Trophy. We'll see how this they go. We'll see in halftime. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.
What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome everyone to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see a team sitting in the top 5 of the conference standings, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Spartans will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will go on the attack first. When the Spartans and Wolverines tangled last year, Michigan came out on top by a touchdown, 24-17. Neither team really had vintage seasons, but for the Wolverines, beating both of their rivals had to alleviate some of the disappointment.
It certainly did. I think anytime they're playing a rivalry game, it really comes down to the mistakes and not turning the football over. That was the difference in the game last year. Sparty turned it over once. Michigan did not. Colson Loveland had a big game at tight end for the Wolverines. I think in this game, David, who takes care of the football the best? I think that determines who wins.
Yeah, and Michigan State had almost 100 yards more of offense, so they moved the football, but you're right. It's those critical mistakes. And Michigan, last year, very successful against their rivals. Can they continue that trend?
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grabbed over the middle, it's Klein. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. To the air, it's Keene. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Handoff to the single running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on third down. The short hands, it's Simpson. Oh, a lot of space. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. With jet sweep pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're dealing with a second and long. Out of the gun to give to the back. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out, not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. And this one will be stopped for no gain. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. There's the pressure. Touchdown, Wolverines. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run, run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Marsh. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Spartans offense will have its first possession of the game. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot, not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And 2 guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To the air, it's Childs. Bringing the heat. Got a man, it's Kelly. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
He'll field the punt and look for room. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. The give to the tailback. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game so fun to follow every single year.
And I always feel in this game specifically between Michigan and Michigan State, it's the big-time players and the Heisman candidates that have always stepped up and made big plays. So I can't wait to see what the best players in this game are ready to do.
On the run, it's Marshall. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Moore. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
you ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll keep it himself. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And his slip's just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, the Paul Bunyan trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies about that.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. We're not talking about ranking trophies.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. And the Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. The give to the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It was a largely forgettable first year for Sharon Moore at Michigan until he beat Ohio State and Alabama, and that's the way you put an exclamation point on a season.
So it helped generate a little bit of momentum coming into this year, but after winning a national championship 2 seasons ago, fans want to get back to that, David. I think the biggest place they got to look is the quarterback spot.
And I think I'm
Turning it on! He's forced out of bounds at the 31, but that is why you keep it on the ground. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Wants to throw. It's Keene. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Michigan! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. South Carolina is ahead in Columbia, but that's not exactly George Rogers out there scoring touchdowns. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 6 over Alabama. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. You should see.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Spartans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. Sweet cut there. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's McCray. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Dropping back, it's Childs. Plucks it out of the air. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Spartans want to pick up the tempo. He'll throw on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's McCray. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Looking to throw again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Trying to take it back. The 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quarterback keeps it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Complete to the left. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Got his man downfield. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. And holding on.
Keene will kneel it, 2.5, and Michigan will go to the break up 24-0.
That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
We'll see if we can continue this in the second half. I hope we sure can. See our team spotlight. No penalties for Michigan. Which I didn't just say that, but we'll see how this one goes. Let's get you some stats here for the Wolverines. Keene, 10 of 11, 102 and 2 touchdowns through the air. On the ground, Justice Haynes, 11 for 65. Keene, 3 for 25. Klein with a touchdown, and Donovan McCulley with a touchdown. And Jaden Mangum has the 1 interception for 57-yard return and a touchdown. We'll see in the second half. We'll see at the end of this game. Michigan looks to continue their dominance over Michigan State. Let's get you back for the second half.
And really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. Got his man quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to throw. It's Childs. Finds his tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
The Spartans send out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Snap in the shotgun. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch.
Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Wolverines come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Grab near the marker. It's Marshall. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking them.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On the move, it's Haynes. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Wolverines are on the move. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Got it set up on the outside. There he goes. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. And the Wolverines really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Give to the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Back to pass, it's Keene. It's complete on the right side. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Runs into a wall. They'll give him 1 out to the 8.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Motion from the back. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his man. It's McCray. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Just needs a crack to get a return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's a bang-bang play, running a slant. The DB's draped all over the wide receiver. He's got to make a contested catch, but he shows really strong hands on that one.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll try the right side. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Childs. He's got it. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. He wants to throw it. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, and the defense comes up with the sack, and this is honestly not what we expected. We expected this to be a high-flying offense. You know, this trigger man is usually really, really on top of things. This is a day he would love to forget.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. This defense has been lights out, stubborn on the doorstep. Can the offense finally find the end zone? From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Michigan State!
I know as a coaching staff, you're always trying to find positives that you can build on, and it's nice to see your team continues to fight. It has been a slog up to this point. No points until finally breaking through here in the 4th quarter. And they're going to go back and watch the film, and they're going to see what worked on this drive and maybe try to build on that the next time out.
He gets in there for the 2-point conversion, and now we have a 2-possession game. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Creates a little space. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up more.
It's a seam wide open. On the Houdini-like moves, get it to the 22.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Childs. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the the money. You just have to make that catch. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going for it all. So close to a touchdown, but just out of bounds on the left sideline in the end zone. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air.
And as an offense, man, the last place you want to be is third and long. And I think he's just got to put a little bit more muscle on that football. It comes up short. Got to step into it, throw that.
A shot toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Kelly.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
The Spartans can really attack on this second and short. Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Dropping back, it's Child. Rushes on him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fires to the right. Makes a grab past the marker. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Belly.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Takes the handoff. It's Frazier. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Gets away. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive. From the shotgun, the inside give.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26. First down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Their work here is
Michigan will take a couple of knees, Jaden Davis, and the Wolverines will walk out of East Lansing with a dominating 31-8 victory over Michigan State.
Will take home the mighty Paul Bunyan Trophy. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this is
Player of the game, Mikey Keene, 166 passing yards, 0.8% completion, with 3 passing touchdowns. Here's some highlights for you. The Marlon Klein touchdown. Stats for you. Keene 17 of 24, 166, 3 touchdowns. No picks. Haynes, 21 for 116. Marshall, 5 for 29. Dean, 3 for 25 on the ground. Frederick Moore, 4 for 39. Marlon Klein, 3 for 27 and 2 touchdowns, while Donovan McCulley went 2 for 37 and a touchdown. The defense, 1 pick, Jaden Mangum, and he took it back for a touchdown. Kicking, Zavada good from his open field goal attempt of 29 and 4 for 4 on extra points. On extra points today. Wolverines defeat the Spartans 31-8 today. And Michigan moves to 6-2 on the season. Athaya Kramer committed to the University of Michigan. We're back up to the number 7 team in the country. Mangum, Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week. And National Defensive Player of the Week. We'll come back home to play Purdue. The first top 25 in the college football playoff. Penn State, Oregon, Clemson, Oklahoma, Florida, LSU, Michigan, Ohio State's number 8, Bama, Kansas, Louisville, Georgia, Miami, BYU, Duke, Texas Tech, Texas, SMU, Indiana, A&M, South Carolina, Auburn, Florida State, UCLA, and Illinois. If the season ended today, the college football playoff bracket would look like this. We would be the 7 seed. Navy would be the 12 seed, not being ranked. So, the Michigan Wolverines will play Purdue next episode. But first, we gotta go through our recruiting for this week. Lost a lot of guys to other schools this week. Still got a few guys coming on visits. But we'll see how everything goes. Purdue definitely, we don't want to make them the spoiler makers once again. We don't want to meet the spoiler makers of Purdue. We want them to lay down and die. We want them to lay down and die. So, the Michigan Wolverines. We'll play next episode. We go back home to play for Purdue. In the conference, in the Big Ten, we are number 2 in the Big Ten right now. I don't know why Penn State's the number 1 team in the country and nowhere near a Big Ten title game race. But we'll see you next episode when we play Purdue. Thanks for watching, everyone.